I have a way with words, even if I do say so myself. And, well, it's because I started young. I've been practicing a long, long time. I was a precocious little child who really, really annoyed my family. I mean, their nickname for me was Totit, which in Amharic means monkey. That Amharic is a language spoken in Ethiopia, and that's where I grew up. Now, Totit, because I was a curious chatterbox. I would annoy everybody in the household. I would follow them nonstop, asking them questions. Well, why is the slaughtered lamb hanging upside down? Wait, why are you soaking the chicken in lemon juice? I don't understand. Why are you dusting the furniture long after you've swept and mopped the house? These are all really basic questions if you grew up in an Ethiopian household, and so I just knew. My family breathed a collective sigh of relief when I was old enough and they could finally send me off to school. And well, in school, it turned out that like my curious chatterbox was being transformed into this incredible orator. I mean, by the time I got to 7th grade, my debate team whipped the 8th graders in the debate championship, and we were the winners for middle school. By the time I got to high school, it was incredible. My Model United Nations delegation was awarded the top delegate of all of Africa on the team that we sent to Nairobi. I was just amazing. And by the time I got to college, well, I was placed in graduate level seminars. After college came, wait for it, Facebook. Now, Facebook was the perfect outlet for curious chatterbox. It turns out that Facebook is like life, the world, the internet, everything in between as curated by my smartest, funniest, bestest friends ever. And well, my newsfeed had answers to all sorts of questions that I had never even thought to ask. Need a little levity for the day? Well, meet Sean Fury. I pressed on the link that one of my best friends, Velvet Jones, had posted, and Sean Fury was an R&B song and dance man. He was remaking Michael Jackson songs. She's a biracial girl, she's a biracial girl. It was love and identity politics wrapped in smooth R&B lyrics. I didn't even know this kind of stuff existed. It was hilarious. Isn't this an awesome tactic? Check it out. That linked me to, it was posted by my friend Bilhan Berhanu, and it connected me to an anti-abortion amendment bill that had been posted by this female senator. Well, the bill would require women to take ultrasound scans if they wanted to make use of an abortion service. And this female senator, genius that she is, had decided to add an amendment requiring men to get rectal exams if they wanted erectile dysfunction medication. And I was like, oh, wow, that's incredibly smart. There was lots of other smart stuff out there too. I mean, check it out. I think the global recession is extending to China was a link that my professor James Vreeland had posted on Facebook. It was a Financial Times article outlining how wholesale buyers in China had stopped purchasing raw materials. And there was speculation about the recession extending worldwide, and I was like, this is really fascinating. So with all this information at my fingertips, I just felt like I really, really needed to share the information. And it turns out that I had lots of friends who would keep posing questions and giving me that opportunity to chatter away. Like my friend Joanne. She was like, why are peeps so hating on Coney 2012 video? I mean, they're just using social marketing to publicize a social issue that they really care about. Well, I felt compelled to jump in because, let me tell you, Coney 2012 was a video produced by Christian Mission. It was about a general, Coney, who had taken up residence in Uganda and had been recruiting child soldiers. Now, I'd been reading up on this because it had been all over my newsfeed, and so I replied back to Joanne, well, I can send tons of literature your way, but in essence, it's like New York City gringo goes to Puerto Rico. He sees an issue and decides he needs to do something about it. Except, well, the strategy that he's selected doesn't actually work for the situation. And in fact, all that really happens is that his organization becomes like super famous and Puerto Ricans are pissed off about it and they have something to tell the world. Like, that's what's going on. And Joanne's like, okay, I'm interested. Send me all the articles. Now, in all this back and forth, it doesn't actually occur to me that maybe Facebook has taken over my life until my friend Christy mentions it to me. We're at happy hour, we're catching up on life, and ever so nonchalantly, she says, Zendo, you've been Facebooking a lot lately. Are you sure you're even working? Now, normally, I would just totally ignore statements like that, whatever, but Christy's not just a friend. She's not just a coworker. She's actually my boss. She's my mentor and a reference, all rolled into one. So I'm like thinking, oh, yikes. Is it really that bad? Do I need to turn it out a notch? And she must have seen the panic look on my face because she immediately starts reassuring me. No, everything's okay. It's not that bad, I promise. I actually just want to talk to you about Coney 2012. I'm not quite sure how to take this. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? And she's like, all serious now. And she's like, well, you know, I gotta say that, you know, in all this avalanche of criticism, it's like white people who actually really care about and know and are intimately connected to the African continent can't take any action, you know? Yeah, oh shit, it's like my first real life conversation on the issue and I have nothing to say. Well, what do you think, she prompts? Well, what I'm really thinking is, that's a great status update. Can I go home and post it and see what my friends and everybody else on my newsfeed thinks? But of course I can't say that, so I just kind of mumble, I don't know. And well, that was so disappointing. I mean, what happened to the incredible orator? It turns out that like maybe I've been Facebooking too much and I've gotten all used to rewriting and editing my status updates and remixing all the interesting thoughts and points in articles, and I don't have any of my own opinions. So, well, I decide it's time to work on that. I need to like be in real life person, and that's why I'm on the Speakeasy stage and I'm telling this story.